Bella Thorne in the building. How you doing, love?
What up? I'm good. How are you?
I mean, there's been so much that you've dove into. I mean, you've been literally acting, and I think we all know the story, since you were fresh out the womb. Now you've found yourself. You've really taken a hold of who Bella is and turned into, a musician now. And I don't know if that was ever something that you were going to do. I feel like it was something that you were hoping to grow into at some point in time, and now to see it here as a pop star. I mean, is this a journey that you're ready to embark on?
You better be careful with them pop star words.
Okay, all right.
Be careful with them words. I actually really didn't like singing at all growing up. I never wanted to be a singer. I always thought acting was my one baby. And then I got to sing again because I had a past experience with it that ended really bad. Okay. And I got to sing again for a movie that recently came out called Midnight Sun. Yep. And then it kind of got me back into singing. And for a while, I was just like, yeah, I'm just making shit. Like, I'm just making it, writing it, like, just for fun. Because, like, I'm not going to actually release music. And then I kept doing it. And then I kind of was like, I fucking think I really like this a lot. Maybe I actually... Fuck it. Maybe I should do it.
You found that you were passionate about by just
doing
it.
Yeah, and kind of just like easing into it, and then I decided to start my own record label, and and then we got crazy, and now we're here.
Well, I just want to talk about how this song, "Bitch I'm Bella Thorne," listen, it's the catchiest hook on the planet.
Thank you.
I remember seeing one of the recent, I think it was like a mini documentary, where you had mentioned that the song kind of started out as a bit of a joke, but how amazing was it to take ownership of this song and to have it turn into such an anthem and just like, this is who I am. Take it or leave it, love it or hate it, but I'm going to live my truth right now, and this is what these words mean to me.
I mean, yeah, it did start off as a joke, and now what's cool is that song actually means more to other people than it does to me.
Okay.
When girls come up to me and they go, "Bitch, I'm Bella Thorne," and they like yell it in my face, and it's so powerful when they say it, and it really feels like a kind of a joke when I say it. I always feel like a joke at least. And then when they say it to them, it feels like it means like you're not, it's odd. Like I don't know, it means something different to them. They're like, here's this girl and everything that, that I relate to about you, and in every way that I feel like we would be friends, like, bitch, you're Bella Thorne. They kind of just like pack it all into that, I think, that one song. And people like, even before the song came out, there's girls at Coachella that had like purses like this, and they were writing "Bitch I'm Bella Thorne" on it, and like all this different shit. I'm like, it's awesome.
How interesting is it for you to see people really just take ownership in some of the things in your story and your truth, and really let that be so powerful for them to just say, you know what, damn it, this is who I am, you know what I mean? And I'm me, and have that come from you jotting down some notes in maybe a diary or a journal or a notebook somewhere, and to see so many people come up to you and really get aggressive in the face, like, bitch, I'm Bella Thorne. And for that to mean something to them, how cool must that feel for those to be your words, and to see those people turn into that and saying like, damn.
It's the one thing that I've always said it's really nothing like any other artistic form. And what I decided to get back into music for was watching people on stage and watching the fans, not their performers, but the fans, and watching them sing every single word like it's their last.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful. It's somebody else is speaking a language, and yet you feel like you are the only person in the whole world that truly understands that language like that person does. And it's like this beautiful connection that really I think only music has. And that was the reason that I wanted to actually get into it. Yeah. I didn't even start with hip hop. I actually started with guitar and like regular like songwriting, like more rock music and acoustic. And then I kind of fell into hip hop the last half of that year. Like, I've only been doing music for a year now. And then I've always loved hip hop. I've always loved rapping. I did my Who I Admire essay in school on Lil Wayne. So
that is so lit. By the way, he's somebody you should admire. The dude is fucking genius.
I know.
Let me
He's
just
not
go
only
ahead
a
and say it.
genius, he's fucking worked anybody who talks, which nobody talks shit about Lil Wayne, because that's like, no one does. But if anybody did talk shit about Lil Wayne,
I'm coming for you. With a steak face.
seriously though, I'm in love with
Now
Lil
tell
Wayne.
me about the visual for this, because for those of you that are going to be watching this and hearing this interview before the video drops, I don't want no spoilers. I don't know, but still, does it come together the way that you wanted it to? Because I understand you were like fully, you're
Directed,
directing,
wrote it.
you're writing, the screenplay, all that stuff is you. So the finished product, is it something that you're super proud of, or what?
Yeah. I'm proud of the music video. Yeah. I'm happy with it. I think that part of being a perfectionist and and an artist is half of you wants it to be perfection and the other half of you knows it's art if it's not perfect. And those two halves constantly like collide inside me when I watch anything that I've directed and written or acted in, or with music it's actually less. When I play a song back for the final time, like when I get the mixed version, I'm like, I don't actually think like, I could have just chosen that other take, or like, what about that time that I did that?
Okay.
That was a kind of a fun ad lib. I actually don't think that with my music, and it's one of the only art forms that I have that I don't think that with, because everything else I watch, I'm like, could it have?
You're always.
But this one really is my baby. It's everything me. The music video, if you don't get it, if you watch it and you don't understand the music video, just know that you don't understand my life then, because I have written and directed it to be literally like starring a week in my life. And it kind of just shows everything I do. It's kind of a joke. And if you don't want to laugh at me, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you. If you were expecting like bands and like fucking hella like sexy and just like and Queen and like hair blowing, this isn't that's not this video.
What's it like to have a solid control over who you are now? I know that you've been super open about that, and you've been really sharing your growth into young womanhood, I should say, and to really have a firm grasp on who Bella is. Do you feel like you're there now, and what's it like to reach that pinnacle, in your heart and in your mind, to know, you know what, I'm happy where I am with who I am?
Well, I think that's kind of the part of that's what life is. It's going back and forth, and there's definitely lots of times when I knew I wasn't myself, that I was pretending to be someone else, and now I really think I am myself. But I know that I'll keep changing. I remember when I would watch artists listen to their own music, and I would be like, what? How does that make sense? Like, I would never watch my own movie like over and over. Like that would be so weird. And like now, I thought I was myself then. That was only a year and a half ago, and I was already starting to find myself more. And now I'm like, Bella, slap you outside the head. I can't believe you ever thought that, girl. You need to listen to your own music. Like, of course. Like, I completely disagree with myself. So I think I'm just gonna keep changing. One day I'm gonna like this. The next day I'm gonna be like, yo, I don't fuck with that anymore. And that's kind of it. I think it reflects in a lot of my music in the album that we have. It's finished, and it's kind of a storyline. It really speaks truly about me, what I think, and the lyrics, not of these two singles, but the lyrics of the rest of my songs that come out after these two. You gotta read, you gotta really read the lyrics, read deeper into them, because they're meant to be.
You kind of led me into this. I want to know the album. I was gonna try to get there, and you say that it's done, it's there. These stories, what was it like to relive some of these stories and put them to music, or to to have to remember some of these moments in life that you were in at the time that you were writing down these notes, to have it all finished out and done as a full album? I mean, what is that? Has that meant a lot to you? What's that like to you?
I mean,
like, damn, I got a freaking album.
It's kind of weird, but I'm just thinking about the second album. We're starting the second album right now.
Holy
We're
crap.
writing songs for the second one. So I'm not even thinking, like, I just decided today, because like we've been saying my first album is done for a minute now, but we just keep making bangers. When you keep making bangers, you're like, well, do we have to take out a song? But we can't take out any of these songs. We love them all so much.
That is so dope.
So then we've already just started creating, like, okay, so the first album, idealistic wise, it's like, okay, I'm gonna give you me on a silver platter. This is me. This is what I think. This is what I do and don't fuck with. Then the second album is like, I'm already writing this pro-life song to talk shit a little bit about pro-life, and like the second album is like really going in, like we're saying some real shit in the second album. It's meant to be said, and it's really what I truly feel. And I feel like so many times people think a certain way, and I'm like, have you ever looked at it from a different fucking angle? Did you ever think to look at it from someone else's position? No. And so the second album really is deep in that sense. So we're already starting it.
To go there, I mean, I could just the smile, and I can see the wheels in your brain churning as you talk about it. To go there, and it's got to be super refreshing, right?
It's nice because, you know, like for me, the only two artists I can think of off the top of my head that I really see this in music is Atmosphere and Mod Sun. When they talk, it means something else. They're meaning three different things by saying one sentence, and it's amazing, and I've always loved that about music. My favorite music is Joan Jett, Billy Squier, The Doors, Billy Idol. It's all this old genre of like real rawness. So I really wanted to bring that back into it, and then it's hip hop. It's hip hop, and when I listen to Atmosphere, I really hear what he says. He feels like he's in the mic and he means what he says, and I love that. I wanted to do something like that, but as a female artist.
I gotta say, actor turned amazing hip hop star. Let's put it that way. I'm saying, like, I fucks with it, yo. Not even gonna lie, man. I mean, just because the true essence.
I love that you say fucks.
Yeah,
like fucks with it. Like I feel like you spell it with an X, like I do.
Yeah, it's an X. Yeah,
it is with an X.
It's with an X. It's not
nice.
Yeah, it's not KS.
Same.
But no, for real. But I just the true honesty and vulnerability, and just you being so willing to go there. I know how difficult it is as an artist to, you know, step forward, and it's a platform that, you know, there's always people looking.
Put it out and take the shame and take the hate, and like still like being able to like.
So damn brave of you, and it's so
Thanks.
awesome that there are artists that are willing to go there. So thank you for being one of those few artists that are willing to go there.
Thank you.
No, for real, dude. For real. So, Bitch on Bella Thorne. Also, you got Goat that's out there in the world.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The video for Bitch on Bella Thorne, I cannot not say it like you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Yes, give me your best Bitch on Bella Thorne.
Bitch on Bella Thorne.
Oh, yes. That's
Right?
really good.
I'm going to ask you for 3%.
Oh, fuck.
But no, real talk though. It's I mean it's a vibe. It's a vibe, and thank you for doing that. So God, girl, you have owned who you are, and that shit is dope.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No, likewise, man. So here's the deal, y'all. I think we already, there's like millions that already follow, and we do the things that we keep up. And thank you for sharing who you are on socials. But let's go ahead and just drop all that, so that way we know how we can make sure that we are a part of your squad, and making sure that we're checking out the real Bitch on Bella Thorne.
Well, you can definitely follow me on Instagram. You can also keep up with me on Filthy Fangs. That is my record label. And
the merch is fly, by the way.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yes.
What is up?
I need some of those fuzzy sleeve jackets.
I also have a pop-up today that I'm going to be designing and selling shit and doing a bunch of fun.
Right? I think it's Gansevoort Street.
It's the Common Ground bar.
All right, boom, drop it.
All ages.
There it is. Roll through.
Yeah, roll through. We up in here. We out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta say, friends now, getting to meet you and to know the real raw honesty that comes with who you are and the music that's involved, dude. Thanks.
Thank
Bella.
you.
You're top
Thank
notch,
you.
yo.